What's going on, you guys? So there has been a lot of speculation that Ben Johnson could be the next head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I'm going to be honest, there's also been some speculation that he could not. Well, welcome to it, people. This is the ultimate time of the season where we talk about what could be and what can't be. And he's got a lot of offers, or he should, whether it's the Jets, the Bears, Titans, or maybe the Titans. It doesn't matter. But the point is that there's going to be a lot of reasons that people are going to say pump the brakes for Ben Johnson, maybe to join the Raiders. But I'm going to give you 5 reasons as to why, uno, dos, cinco reasons why that he actually should take the job. So we're going to go over a couple of different reasons. And like I said, there's been kind of mixed reports at this point. Some say that he is very interested, or that he is, it's the preferred job opening that he is really looking at. And there's also been some people that are saying it's not a sure thing. Nothing is a sure thing, okay, until his name is on that paper, after the Detroit Lions either lose in the playoffs or go to the Super Bowl and lose or win there. So a lot of different things going on here. So first off, I really want to be clear about what's been laid out. So Adam Schefter did lay out that there could be a couple of reasons why he wouldn't want to go, and that is the challenge of the AFC West, where, yes, there are really good head coaches in Sean Payton, Andy Reid, and also, obviously, it's Sean Payton, Andy Reid. I'm blanking off the top of my head. Jim Harbaugh. Good Lord, Colton, help me. So you got those 3, and you've got a Super Bowl in Andy Reid and Sean Payton a piece. And then also with Jim Harbaugh, he's been to Super Bowls. Plus, they all have quarterbacks. Now, Justin Herbert, out of the 3, between him and Bo Nix and Patrick Mahomes, out of all those 3, obviously Patrick Mahomes is the biggest threat. Bo Nix, he played well. We'll see how he is in the long term. But also, Justin Herbert likes to throw interceptions. So there is that. But this is a challenge. This is not the going to the Chicago Bears and playing in a pretty good division with the Vikings and the Lions and the Packers and everybody. But like we said, this will be a challenge. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But there's also, with challenges, there come good things where you do start to develop a legend. Like, you are a legend, wait for it, dairy, especially if you can find a way to win games in a tough division. And so I think that he should want to look forward to that challenge and make himself a better head coach. The Raiders have pieces. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, they don't have the most important piece, a head coach or a quarterback. Yeah. Okay, fine. Yes, I'll admit it. I've been pounding on the table for Aiden O'Connell from the very beginning, saying that he should be the long-term starter. But let's be real. They don't have a Jaden Daniels. They don't have a Patrick Mahomes. No, they're likely going to be looking to address that position in the offseason, and I get it. But he's also one without a great quarterback, like he is winning right now with Jared Goff, who I would say is not a top 5 quarterback, contrary to popular belief. He's a good quarterback, but he's a quarterback that you can win a Super Bowl with, but not a Super Bowl because of. And I can mention multiple games this year where, you look at the Bills loss, where he did throw 5 touchdown passes that game and they still lost. You look at the game earlier in the year against the Texans, where he threw 5 interceptions and they won. So he really has no impact on the game, if you ask me. Yes, he's a good quarterback, but they do not win because of him. They win because of a solid running game, a solid game plan, and a defense that does more than enough. And so I think that the Raiders do have pieces. Aiden O'Connell, Brock Bowers. I love me some Jacoby Myers. I've said it from the very beginning. And there's some pieces with this offensive line, too. I think JPJ is going to be something to watch. Obviously, I got Colton Miller, and DJ Glaze played really well down the stretch. And so it's not like this team doesn't have pieces, even on the defensive side with, obviously, Max Crosby. You got Christian Wilkins there on the D-line as well. Malcolm Kuntz, please bring him back. Tyree Wilson as well. Robert Spillane in the middle of it all. And, yes, they hopefully they will sign Trayvon Morrig and company. And they've got some young players in the secondary too there, but they do have pieces. Don't let it fool you. Number 3, too much drama in New York and Chicago. Let's be real. Unfair expectations kind of doomed Robert Saleh and company from the very beginning, especially with the pressure to bring in Aaron Rodgers. Also in Chicago, it was kind of one of those things where Matt Eberflus just wasn't it, clearly. But there's a lot of drama. There's a lot of big-time news that goes on in those cities, and the Raiders are a historic franchise. However, I think that there would be more of an understanding from Davis and Brady and company that this is a full-on rebuild. Number 4, speaking of Brady, you get to work with him. You get to work with the greatest quarterback of all time and rebuild a franchise that, let's face it, has not been good. And he has been part of that, rebuilding that franchise in the past where, yes, coming into the Detroit Lions a couple of years ago, it wasn't great, but now he's come in and done a lot of really good things, and he deserves this shot, and I think he should come to the Raiders. And finally, number 5, you get to create something beautiful. Don't know you're beautiful. So if those of you that don't know that song, I think it's Maroon 5. Maybe it's not Maroon 5. I don't know. Anyway, point is that when you are a head coach, you are directly responsible for the entire team. Whether you are an offensive-minded head coach or a defensive-minded head coach, you are directly responsible for the success of your team. And Ben Johnson to the Raiders, and if he was able to have success, he would be a legend, wait for it, dairy coaching figure with the Las Vegas Raiders. And you could create something where people talk about it for generations. You talk about multiple super wins. You talk about players that walk on like just red carpet the rest of their lives. He could lead that. Ben Johnson could lead that for the Raiders. And I think that there should be excitement where you're in the running for the top the top head coach candidate, in 2025 and beyond. And so, I think that for Ben Johnson and crew, and whoever he brings on when he is a head coach, I think that there's a lot of things that should be brought to attention as for being the next head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders, because it is an excellent opportunity, and I think that he could create something special with the Raiders. But overall, let us know what you guys think on our 5 reasons as to why Ben Johnson should take the Raiders job. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.